I promised some of you that I would keep it under an hour. Our deputy chief, fire chief, said, well, this must be a Chief Schmidt speech because he's known for his long speeches. And before I speak, I just want to publicly, Chief Schmidt, if you don't know, is stepping down. He's retiring in March on his birthday. After how many years with us, Chief?
16 with you and 41 in fire service.
So in excess of 50 years of fire service. So maybe you join me in giving him a round. And also on a personal note, I don't know where they are, but my daughter Rachel and her husband Tony and Josiah on Monday are leaving for Colombia to unite with our number 6 grandchild, Gabriella, in Bogota. So if you get a chance, wish them a safe trip to Colombia. And we're going to miss them for a few weeks, but we're excited about them coming back. So with that, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here this morning. It's really very important to me. I wrote a long statement, and I read it to Norma last night, and she said, you can't do that. It's dry and it's unexciting. And I said, well, I said, well, you know, it's for the record, and I have to let people know where I stand on things and some of the things that I've accomplished or tried to accomplish. And she said, well, first of all, these are your friends and they know those things. And secondly, it's on the web page. It's going to be in your literature. So she said, please don't do that to us. So I jettisoned my speech. So all of these pages are here, but I'm not going to go through them.
You can thank me later.
Thanks, Norma.
So when I responded, I said, well, the exciting thing is not the speech, but is the race that we're beginning today, which starts here in Walker, runs through Grand Rapids, East Grand Rapids, Grand Rapids Township, Ada, Virgins, Lowell, and ends up in Lansing. And that is an exciting race, and I'm just absolutely delighted to announce my candidacy and to have you here. And I just want to just make a couple of comments. And one is I was recently asked to speak to a high school class at one of the local Christian schools. It was a Christian school, so the students were asking questions about Christians and those who believe in biblical values in public life. And I said, I think it's now more than ever is needed. And they said, what kind of challenges do you have in getting into the public life? And I said, well, for me, one of the more difficult things is, we try to teach our children not to be self-promoters, not to say, I did this and I did that. And I said, well, I'm preparing to kick off a campaign, and what am I going to say? I'm going to say, Rob did this, and Rob did that, and Rob is the best, and Rob is great. And I said, it's a real challenge for an individual, because I hope that those of you who've worked with me know that nothing that we've accomplished in the city of Walker or regionally is done because of Rob's efforts. It's been a team effort. Our campaign literature is going to say, well, in the city of Walker, we've cut spending. Well, we have cut spending, and we haven't raised taxes, and we've maintained essential services, and that's all true. But it wasn't because Rob Verheulen is holding the gavel as mayor. It's because Mayor Pro Tem Holt is there, and Commissioner Parent, and Commissioner DeShane, Commissioner Versluis, and I shouldn't name names because I know I forgot Commissioner DeShane and Commissioner Stack. And it isn't just the city commission, our city manager, our fire chief, our deputy fire chief, and the city employees. So we've done a lot of things for the city of Walker. We've had a lot of successes. We're standing on one of our success stories. 4 years ago, this was a 700,000 square foot facility that was an eyesore. It was a scar on Alpine Avenue. Today, Avalon Products is here. Grand Rapids Spring and Wire is here. You all saw the announcement 2 days ago that hopefully within 3 years there'll be 1,000 jobs in this facility. And I think it's really symbolic of where we as a state have to go. This facility was built in the pre-World War II times. It manufactured aircraft for the war. It manufactured automobiles. It's got a wonderful history, but times have changed. And here's the facility. And so what we need to do as a state is what has happened here, and it required a partnership. Jack Buchanan, the owner-developer, is here. The city of Walker, the state of Michigan, it was a Democrat governor, Republican senator, Republican representative, and a nonpartisan city. And we were able to work together to create these jobs, to turn this place around, and I think that's what we need in Lansing, and that's certainly one of the reasons I'm running. The other part about what we've done in Walker's is we campaign and we're going to say we did all of these things, but they all come with a cost. When the city of Walker had, it's a wonderful thing to say that we cut costs, but there's a human cost to that. We don't have the number of employees that we had several years ago. We don't have the number of police officers. Our fire department has been reduced, and all of those things there's a human tragedy because the folks that are no longer working for the city were good people doing a wonderful job. And those are the challenges that we as a state face, that we have to somehow find a way to provide the services with less people and less resources, and that is a challenge. I think we're working through it well at the city of Walker, and I hope to go to Lansing and help make it work there as well. The other thing about what is not necessarily in our campaign literature, but I think is really real, and that is a sense of community that I think we enjoy here in Walker. Last night, I don't know if you may have seen in the paper, there was a fundraising event in a sense, but it was for one of our long-term Walker police volunteers. We have a senior police volunteer program, and one of our long-term folks is suffering from a fatal brain tumor, and they put on a fundraiser last night at one of our fire stations. And we had circuit judges, we had fire officials, we had police officials, we had residents from all over the county were there, and I was there at 5:30 last night, and I couldn't find a place to sit, and the line was, when I left, the line was out the door, and it was a very touching thing, but when I thought about it afterwards, I thought, well, this is what it's really all about, is to have a community come together when there's a tragedy and recognize our fire department, they donated $1,000 to the cause, and I don't think there was a dry eye in the place. It was just a wonderful, and that's the kind of thing that you can't convey in campaign literature. That's the thing we need to build in all of our communities across the state.